Hey, all you people.
And I remember.
Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people, won't you listen to me? I just found a challenge. No ordinary challenge. A challenge filled with black women and titties. Hey, man, you've got to see this challenge. It's no ordinary challenge. It's the Bust It Down Challenge in the sea. Yeah.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
Speaking of Russell.
That's a good. Yeah.
No. It's not Russell. That's Sierra's husband. He lost his first name privileges.
Yeah.
He lost his first name privileges. That's Sierra's husband. That's Future's baby mom's new boyfriend.
If y'all haven't been around, this was the first Super Wildcard Weekend of the NFL.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it a lot.
And honestly, this is about to be like something crazy to look forward to every single year. 3 games, 3 really good football games back to back to back. I mean, some of them were good, some of them were not good. But yeah, I guess I'll start with Russell because that was I would say is very disappointing.
NFC Wildcard was Saturday, guys.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was gross.
I wasn't happy. I was thinking that all right, the Rams defense is really good. That's obvious. But Russ, like, I don't know what happened in the second half of the season for this man, yo. It's like he
was carrying for so long.
Sierra,
and everyone has a limit.
Sierra must have been putting it on him too good.
Yeah,
his knees must be weak going into Sundays. I don't know. That's the only explanation. It's the only I mean, because the first 6 weeks of the season, it was Russ is winning this MVP. Mm-hmm. Like, this might be the first year Russ finally gets the validation. And
there was no
MVP.
clear front runner like the past 2 years where someone just exploded onto the scene. This was the year for him to finally get his one.
Like, Mance was hooping.
We thought.
Balling out. And then just right around like week 10, it just...
Yep. And then I realized it when they played against the Giants, and this is fan bias aside. I was like, yo, like he really, like, despite how good the Giants defense is, I'm like, yo, he should be cooking up way more.
Yeah, he looked average against the Giants.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's play calling. I don't know if it's something going on with him and Pete Carroll, but for him to have the arm that he has, the legs that he has, the weapons around him, it doesn't make any sense that, like, he can't put up more points than what he did. Like, for him to go out in the wild card round with less than 200 yards and a couple touchdowns, it's like, Russ, come on, yo. Like, what is it? What is this whole? Oh, I saw a crazy ass meme the other day on Facebook, yo. It was you know how they be saying let Russ cook, right? Mm-hmm. And then it was like a fucking open can of beans, some chips, and a couple of carrots. Oh, no. And I was like, nah, this is crazy. But yeah, I just don't know what really went wrong. And the fact of the matter that Jared Goff wasn't even supposed to have played.
See, I don't get that. I never get those. Like, how is he healthy enough to be the emergency quarterback, but not healthy enough?
Because it's a calculated risk type thing. It's like he can play, but you don't want him to if you don't need him. Because you don't want to risk him. Okay, but let's say. You need him, right? Let's say you feel comfortable enough with your backup and going, all right, we could probably still win this game with our backup, and then have him at full strength for the next game, which we would definitely need him more than we do this week. It's a calculated risk thing.
I don't think you can think week to.
To me, it's Daniel Jones should not have played against the Ravens.
Yes,
he should have sat.
Yes,
and played the next week at full strength. It's the same principle.
But you can't do that. That same principle can't be applied in the playoffs because
it depends on how much you believe in the rest of your team.
I think he must have just believed in that defense. But there was nothing about John Wolford in that Cardinals game.
Yo, praise for him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he's doing all right.
But there was nothing about John Wolford in that Cardinals game that made me comfortable thinking, you know what? I'd rather have this than a four-fingered Jared Goff. As bad as Jared Goff is. Mm-hmm. Like, they scored 1 touchdown, and it was only because of the pick 6.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. 4-fingered Jared Goff would still have a chance against that fucking Seahawks defense. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and we've said it all season.
And that's 4-fingered Jared Goff throwing the ball.
We said it all season. The Seahawks defense, not it. It just is not. It just wasn't it. And then it finally, eventually came back and bit them in their ass.
I'm going into the playoffs with that same DC, bro. And it's funny that you bring up the whole, like, maybe it's an issue Pete Carroll thing, because I feel like Pete Carroll is, like, putting a question every fucking year.
Pete Carroll has got... I think Pete Carroll has... I don't know if there's a coach that's slid by in terms of... Actually, you know what? He might be Doc Rivers. Pete Carroll... Wow. He is ridden off of the one Super Bowl, but he has underperformed so much since that Super Bowl and since losing the one with the Malcolm Butler one.
Super Bowl?
Yeah. Underperformed so much because how many times have we thought the Seahawks would be a Super Bowl contender and they fall out in the divisional round?
Last year, trading for Clowney and still
not even getting that far, the divisional round. Damn. That
might be it.
Damn.
I like Pete Carroll as a coach.
I don't.
Why don't you like Pete Carroll?
I don't like Pete Carroll. Well, because kind of like what you've been saying, my grandfather is a Seahawks fan, and if y'all don't see me, I'm using air quotes right now. He's a bandwagon Seahawks.
My mom just likes Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
she's not a Seahawks fan though.
And why does she like Russell Wilson?
Because like when they came onto the scene, like it was him, Cap, and Andrew Luck, right? When they all came, yeah, and they were all like, oh, these are the young new quarterbacks, and he was young, athletic, fucking cooking, like they won the Super Bowl, so like yeah. Like mom was out here like
he has the good hair.
Yeah,
he's correct,
bro. It's like my mom was like, she would always be like, yeah, I like watching Seahawks play, like because Russell used to be out here chefing.
He had the girlfriend with the strong jaw.
She got some cheekbones.
Did you see the meme, John? Please tell me you saw it.
Which one?
It was the one where it had the picture of Russ and the girl, and then Russ and
Sierra. You mean
Sierra.
his ex-wife?
Russ and the girl, and
wow,
Russ
the girl.
I'm Dr. Umar to this shit. And Sierra, and it said Russ in the playoffs, like positive record and Super Bowl, and then Russ with Sierra, I think it was like 2 and whatever, and no Super Bowls.
Wow, that's crazy,
son.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwashing to activate the coon chip in the average Negro.
Coon chip won him a Super Bowl.
Coon chip win you a Super Bowl. Damn right.
That's a fact.
Oh my god.
Let me tell you, man. Yeah, Russ let us down. I thought that the Seahawks was gonna win. That was really the only, to me, major upset.
Not Cooper Kupp mossing Jamal Adams.
Hey man.
Not Jamal Adams blaming it on his shoulder brace.
Hey man, listen.
Cooper Kupp is a good receiver.
I'm not saying Cooper Kupp's not a good receiver. Cooper Kupp is not a good enough receiver to be mossing people. Cooper Kupp is I would say Cooper Kupp is. No,
he lead the league in like yards after his like reception.
Cooper Kupp is like a way better version of like what Cole Beasley is.
Yeah, way better. I was gonna say fucking Jamal Adams blaming that one mossing on his shoulders, like when LeBron lost the finals and he came out with the brace on his shoulder.
Yeah, I was playing this whole thing with the broken hand.
I was like, really, nigga? Come on, son.
Or when
I didn't know that Jamal was playing with a fucking torn labrum though. That's OD. But.
Or when what do you call it? When Revis got mossed by Moss.
Oh, yeah,
when he came out and was like, yeah, I had a hamstring.
Yeah, my hamstring was hurt. I pulled my hamstring.
I thought Jamal was supposed to play because that's what you were talking about last week.
He said he was always gonna play.
Yeah, he was gonna play, but
shit, maybe he shouldn't have.
Yeah, maybe he shouldn't have with the fucking fucked up.
The way
labrum.
they was out there in that secondary, you'd thought nobody was playing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Seahawks got to spend some money on
and that. Nobody can stop Cam Akers?
Yeah.
Cam Akers was out here looking like prime Marshall Falk.
And that's the thing, their D-line is supposed to be the only thing that's
relevant on that defense. The only thing that's good on that defense.
Yep. Traded for Carlos Dunlap instead of Stephon Gilmore.
Crazy.
You got a all-pro in, what do you call it? What's his face? Bobby Wagner.
Yep.
Pro bowler, 2 other Pro Bowlers on the defense, including Jamal Adams.
No, Jamal Adams was all-pro too.
And y'all
crazy.
Y'all can't. Well, not first team. Second team.
You telling me they had 2 All-Pros on that defense?
They have 2 All-Pros on
I'll
the defense.
give you Bobby, because Bobby's great. But Jesus Christ, that defense should not have any All-Pros.
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you,
for them to have 2 All-Pro players and Leonard Williams not to be All-Pro,
they have like a bottom 5 defense, crazy. Right? They have the worst defense.
They have one of the worst defenses in the league.
Yeah,
yes.
If you have one of the worst defenses in the league, you should not have any All-Pros.
Nobody should be All-Pro.
No, not a single one. And Bobby Wagner is fucking great. He should not be an All-Pro. Come on.
I mean,
if you have the worst defense in the league, bro.
I get it.
This isn't basketball.
No, I understand it. But Bobby Wagner, I can't name you 3 linebackers better than Bobby Wagner.
I can't say necessarily
but then that's the
better,
same reason. Okay, so then you can give LeBron the MVP every year.
It's
that argument.
No,
it's that argument.
That's a fact.
But
you
the
can give LeBron MVP every year.
But all pros are never based off of team success. That's all personal.
Bro, it's the same shit where it's like if your cornerback's leading your team in tackles, then your defense isn't
It's
good.
like, how about this? It's like
Wait,
this.
hold
If Quinnen Williams had 3 more sacks this season, he would have been a Pro Bowler.
Hold on.
It doesn't mean that the Jets defense was awful. Doesn't mean that he
I
shouldn't
don't
get it.
think
Yeah,
that-
but sacks is just so much more of an individual thing. That's pure
don't
one-on-one matchups.
think-
Same with linebacking.
No,
Linebacking
no,
is
no,
you're
it's
based
not.
off just what? It's tackling and
Coverage.
tackling.
It's more
and
than
if
that.
he's good
Yo,
at that,
hold up.
that's
Team-
not his fault that the
team
secondary can't do
success
that.
Definitely has a
Like,
factor
it's
in
got
it.
It is, but it's not a. It's a
I'll
small
give you Pro
factor.
Bowl.
Every single person on the All Pro team, like I'm looking at the offense right now. Every single one of the teams made the playoffs. Let me look on the defense. Every single team. All right, except for Fred Warner, who's really fucking good. He's probably the only one. Everybody else, playoffs. Jason Sanders, not playoffs.
No, what do you call it? Somebody on the.
Playoffs,
I think New
playoffs,
England had a
playoffs.
few.
D Hop was second team All Pro, not playoffs. Justin Jefferson didn't make playoffs. Okay, these receivers, no. But the first team, basically everybody was in the playoffs. For the most part.
But how bad were the offenses at those fucking
Positions?
Yeah, that those offensive players who weren't in the playoffs are on. Because like for the Seahawks defense to be this historically bad, bro, you can't have a historically bad offense and be like, you know what, these are the guys.
No,
come on.
I understand the concept there, but I think you shouldn't penalize a dude that has a monster season because they as a unit failed, but he himself. That's like if Michael Strahan, let's say, broke the sack record, but the Giants had a historically bad defense. We have to take that away from Strahan from being an All Pro that year because the Giants.
Did Bobby Wagner have any achievements like that this year?
I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I can't think of linebackers that were playing better than Bobby Wagner this season.
I want to say Zach Cunningham had more tackles than Bobby Wagner this season. Let's see if I'm right. I may be wrong.
Right, Blake Martinez had over 100 this year, right?
Well, Blake Martinez had over 100. But then again, they didn't make the playoffs, so I doubt that any Giants outside of Leonard Williams should have been an All Pro. But Leonard Williams should have been an All Pro. He got robbed.
All Pro or Pro Bowl?
All Pro. He should have been All Pro.
Interesting.
How many sacks?
Who's he?
11 and a half.
Who's he?
Fuck yeah.
Who is he?
11 and a half sacks, dog?
Hold on. Who would he? I'm just asking. Who would he replace on the All Pro?
Is he edge?
Wait, are we talking
Inside.
about first team or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay,
But
so
he wasn't getting first team. Aaron Donald, DeForest Buckner. No, he was not getting first team.
so that's-
who was
all right.
second team?
Second team, Chris Jones and Cam Hayward.
All right, yeah.
I don't know what Cam Hayward really did this season. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't even pay attention.
He
to
had
the
a
second
solid
team.
season, but I don't think he had 11 and a half fucking sacks. And you got to think, Cam Hayward isn't going to get double teamed because they had fucking TJ Watt.
It's true. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really pay attention to the second team, so I only pay attention to the first teams.
Nah, the second team I feel like is important.
Second teams are important.
I feel like
All Pro period is important.
I was right. Zach Cunningham actually led the league in tackles this season, but he was on a historically bad defense. So
Who?
Zach Cunningham. He's on the Texans. Yeah, but he had 164 tackles.
How we got mad teams making history? So the Jets had a historically bad. No, we had a historically bad offense.
We had a historically great rushing year.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, 11 and a half sacks from an interior. Well, they listed him as a DN, but he's really plays on the inside. I don't know.
Nah, he's got a I'll give you that. I absolutely give you that.
Yeah, they robbed him. But anyways,
speaking of Zach Cunningham and those Texans are in the news again.
oh man,
Hey man, that's a big thing. Deshaun is frustrated not being consulted for the GMs.
Deshaun to the New York Jets.
I'm with
baby.
it. I'm
Let's
with
go.
it. If you're Joe Douglas and you want to show shit is changing in New York,
We're the
that's
only
how you
team
do
that
it.
has the draft capital to pull this off, outside of the
Miami.
Jaguars.
Outside of Miami, Miami too.
Yo, did you hear that? They were saying they trade Tua for him.
That's wild. See, I think that's a lose. That's a lose for the Texans.
But
If a team is willing to trade, if a team is willing to trade the guy that they picked to be their future franchise quarterback, and they want to trade him to you, that's a problem. That's a red flag to me.
Why?
Because you should want that guy. They
should.
drafted Tua with the intention of him being the franchise quarterback for the next 12 to 15 years, right?
Okay.
And he's gotten what this year, right? For what, 6 games?
So okay, wait, time out. So you're saying that if given the opportunity, Miami should not trade for
No,
Deshaun
I'm
Watson.
saying the Texans.
The Texans should not trade away Deshaun Watson
I'm saying to get Tua.
to get Tua. Okay.
Because that means there might be something wrong there. I know they're going to get they're getting bent over the barrel regardless because Deshaun has already said he he's happy. So you already lose leverage there.
Yeah.
But I think my worry with the Texans would be, I want more of the draft picks and whatever.
Yeah, because you got to rebuild.
Than just Tua. Because now I just that's just an asset that I have no idea about anyway.
Well, it is Tua and picks, and we already know the
and
Dolphins
on top of that, you don't even have a good. You have Tua who's shown he's decent, injury prone, shaky in the pocket. You don't have an offensive line to protect him. A guy that's coming off of a really bad hip injury, who he still might not be 100% recovered from. It's risky. I mean, for the Dolphins, full send, of course. But for the Texans, I'd be a little hesitant to take on Tua. Just give me all the first round draft. Give me my first round draft pick back. Give me more first round draft picks and maybe a second and third later after that.
I'm with you on this one. The Jets got to do it, man. As soon as I saw that, I was like, the Jets got it. Who Tyrann Mathieu was saying? He was like, all these teams. He was like, the Saints, all these other teams need to be making these calls. But to me, the team that has the best package outside of the Jaguars, and they're not going to do it, is the Jets, man.
For picks wise, but you need. All right, so I think that if you trading for Deshaun Watson, you have to offer picks and you have to offer players. I think that's the only way that it gets done. I'm not saying that Darnold is going to be in or not in that package, but honestly,
I think he has to be, and that's not a bad trade.
For the Texans, I'd rather have Darnold and the picks. Tua.
You'd rather have Darnold than Tua?
Yes.
And the picks, bro. It's Darnold and the picks.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's what it is.
You need players and picks. I feel like personally Miami has the best package because Tua is still not developed. You still haven't hired a general manager, which they probably should do sooner than later.
No, they did. That's why Deshaun is mad.
Not the general manager, head coach. That they should probably do sooner than later so that way they know what the fuck they're working with. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have, Miami has good draft picks for not even just this draft, in the next year's draft too. So I think, I don't know. The Jets, I feel like I will, outside of Darnold, there's no real other players that I would really want. But I think picks wise, yeah, they probably can put together the best.
I think you got to do Darnold in the picks, bro. Because even so, you have QBs in this draft.
I feel like everybody should be putting in a call to see what do you want for Deshaun? Just shoot the shit.
Nah,
bro. I think Tyron said it right on the Bears, the fucking Saints. People really looking into it. I just don't think they have. I just think that at the end of the day, the Jets have the most to offer.
See, the Texans are missing. What do the Texans need right now?
Everything.
They need
everything.
No. More importantly, they need draft picks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, sorry. You're looking.
Yeah. They are bereft.
We spoke about that last. Draft picks and cap room.
Yeah. They are bereft of both draft picks and cap room. The Jets, because Joe Douglas has done a really good job, have a plethora of that. We have 2 first rounders, the second pick and the Seahawks pick, which has gotten boosted up even more because of the Steelers loss. But so now we have pick number 2, and I want to say 23, maybe? 23, 22, right? So automatically, if I was going to make a deal, those 2 picks, right? A third rounder, and a third rounder for this year, right? And then maybe something else next year, along with the player,
along with Sam Darnold,
right? I don't think you can part ways with maybe Quinn Williams, Marcus May, or Denzel Mims, because those are foundational pieces right there, right? I think that's where you got to go.
I would say the only trade-off I could see where you add another player is if the Jets keep the third round pick and give them Mims, and you draft a wide receiver in the third round. But I don't say I like it, but I
don't think they would because of just they love Mims, and because this wide receiver class isn't deep like how last year's was deep. I'd probably say hesitant. I mean, if the Jets don't make this trade, they need to draft a wide receiver in the first round. I don't think that Devonta Smith is going to fall
to that second pick.
No
way,
definitely not.
No way,
not to 23.
No
Olave might. Chris Olave from Ohio State, because he's a baller. He might, but Devonta I could easily see going top 10.
I feel like that's not something I would put in my top 5. I mean, I think that the Jets, they have people that can catch the ball. They have Mims, I like, and then you can get another good receiver later in the draft. I feel like for what the Jets are,
fuck it, y'all have cap room. You could
sign
a guy.
I would love to have it. Before I would say maybe actually 3 weeks ago I'd be like, yeah, you know what, I wouldn't mind having Juju, but that Corvette that Corvette ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Kenny
Galladay,
Chris Godwin,
Allen Robinson.
Not saying Chris Godwin will want to come to the Jets, but
I don't know. Chris Godwin was looking kind of shaky in that playoff game, but we'll get to that one too.
Yeah,
a few drops there. I'm like, he's had a drops problem the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Back to just to wrap up the Deshaun thing, man. It's
a bad situation.
It's bad, and it's funny because we were literally talking about what would be the best head coaching opportunities and how the Texans would be one because of Deshaun, and now
we don't know.
The star quarterback, your franchise literally said, "Yo, do this one thing for me," and they didn't do it. And it's
keep me in the loop on getting this GM.
And it wasn't even a hire. He's mad that they didn't even give him an interview. Bieniemy never interviewed for the Texans job.
Wow.
That's why he's mad. I'd be mad too.
Damn.
That's the biggest coaching
I saw you guys are interviewing Saleh again.
A second time.
I think,
yeah.
I think it's either going to be, for us, I think it's either going to be Saleh, the OC from Buffalo, or Bieniemy. I want it to be Bieniemy, but
everybody wants
because you want Fields. You want Fields and Bieniemy.
But you know what I heard? Oh, and also, earlier this week, Dougie P out of
that's another thing. Yeah,
is huge.
We were talking about it.
Bieniemy to Philly with Jalen Hurts.
I don't know. They have a lot they need to fix.
They need more. They need
a
more
lot
than,
of work.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Karma's a bitch. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, because it's funny how we were talking about that, and then even just talking to Jake, where he's like, "Yeah, I as a big Eagles fan, he's like, I can't see them firing Doug." And there it is.
Guess what happened?
Yeah, I mean,
well, you heard why. You heard why it was mutual partnering because Doug was like, "Fuck y'all niggas, I'm out."
Yeah, basically,
he was like, "Y'all ain't gonna tell me what to do. I want us a Super Bowl, damn it."
I'll tell you what though, if he gets another job, that's a head coach position. Bad look.
They're potentially saying maybe the Jets.
No, they have the Jets because of
his relationship with Joe Douglas.
But but Sal Palantonio said that he's going to take a little bit of time off.
That's the most Italian name I've ever heard in my life.
That's the GOAT right there, Sal Pal. Yeah. Sal Pal, he's an OG on ESPN.
You think it's Saladino Salvatore?
What?
What you mean? Never mind.
But if y'all, listen, if you guys sign Doug Peterson, that's the most Jets gonna jet thing.
I think he takes a year off.
I think he's gonna have to because he should not get a single job offer this fucking summer. If a team gives him a job offer, they're tanking.
All right, but see that, you know what the funny thing is about people getting fired? Can you make a case for anybody that's been fired to get another job? Like, if I said, yo, should Dan Quinn get another coaching job? Would you say, yeah, he should?
He got another.
He's gonna go become. I think he's gonna become the coordinator
for the.
No, Cowboys. I said head coaching job.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I was asking. Is there anybody that's been fired that you're like, you know what, he should get another coaching job?
I think Adam Gase should coach the Eagles. That's just because I'm hating.
Petty.
That's just because I'm petty pie.
Where's Is Adam Gase deserve another job?
Oh, Adam Gase didn't deserve his first job.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Who else? Matt Patricia deserve another job?
No. Well, that was one. He got fired and got a head coaching job after.
Who, Matt Patricia?
Matt Patricia?
No, Adam Gase.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I know, but I'm asking you, is there anybody that ever deserves another job after they've been fired? Because to me, if you get fired, you're just not doing a good job. I don't know.
I feel like Bill Belichick I think he got fired as the Browns, and then he ended up getting another job.
And it's interesting you say that.
That's a crazy
Wasn't it the Jets?
No.
The Giants?
No,
he was supposed to.
So he was an assistant with the Giants under Parcells.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to go become the Browns coach. They won a playoff game, but then he was the coach when they did that move overnight.
Yeah,
and then there was this whole like weird shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
People kind of blamed him for some things. I don't know, weird. So then he left.
Shout out to him for not being MAGA.
Yeah. Well, no, he's just hiding it a little bit.
Yeah,
he's just hiding it a little bit.
It was a good statement though.
Boston shit.
But yeah, no. So then he left the Browns. Was gonna become the head coach of the Jets, but then didn't, and then took the Patriot job. Like they just crazy. Like he was literally in the press conference and everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It's crazy how that happens.
But yeah,
my man's resigned and got a new job the next week. It's crazy.
I don't know, man. I just
like who's like I don't like. That's why I'm like in the last round of coaches, I can't see anybody that's been fired that deserves anything. Jaguars coach Marone, I can't say that he deserves another shot.
Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't really think about it like that, but
I think if Anthony Lynn didn't have as bad of a season as they had,
and they didn't even have that bad of a season.
It was because it was honestly his decision making early in the season. If he had a regular season and they just lost those games, I think he would be someone that could potentially get another job.
He'll be a coordinator somewhere. He'll eventually be. Well, let me not say it because he's black, but he'll definitely be a coordinator somewhere. I don't know if he'll get another shot as a head coach.
I don't. He's probably not, but I think Doug's going to get another shot as a head coach, even if it's not this upcoming year, and I don't think he deserves one.
You know why? It don't mean a thing.
Doc Rivers.
If you ain't got the ring.
I mean, Marvin Lewis is interviewing for jobs. I don't think he doesn't deserve jobs.
All right, wait a second. All right, now here's the thing with Marvin Lewis, and I get why people wouldn't want Marvin Lewis as their head coach because the Bengals were like a mediocre at team. But think about what they were before he got there in the 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like they were nothing. And granted, they didn't win playoff games.
They went to a Super Bowl.
He got them there though.
The Bengals were in a Super Bowl
A very long time ago.
No, that was the 80s.
Yeah, but he coached for 15 years.
The late 90s. That was the Boomer Esiason Bengals.
They
weren't a terrible franchise before Marvin Lewis took over.
I'm saying
they
weren't terrible.
They just played in the division with the Steelers, with the Steel Curtain, and the
Ravens. It was competitive.
Yeah, I don't think they were a terrible franchise when he was a coach for most of the year.
He was mid.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he's ever been. He can't win in the playoffs. He can't do anything.
Mid-coaches get second chances all the time.
I'm about to say.
Look at Mike McCarthy.
What do you mean second chance all the time? He spent 15
years.
Look at
Jason Garrett.
I'm not
Jason Garrett might become a head coach in within the next week.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Mid-coaches get opportunities all the time.
I don't think that I'm not saying that they deserve it and he doesn't. I'm saying that he shouldn't because he was mid for 15 plus years and didn't do anything. At least Jason Garrett won a play. Didn't Jason Garrett at least win a playoff game?
He won one.
Marvin Lewis did not win a playoff game.
Did not win.
Marvin Lewis is almost like the black version of what's his face? Fisher. That used to be the Rams coach.
Oh,
Jeff Fisher.
Jeff Fisher.
Because when in doubt, you either know it's going to be 9-7 or 7-9 with Jeff Fisher. Well, you know what it's going to be with Marvin Lewis: 10-6, a wild card game, and a loss. That's what it is.
You're not wrong.
The funny thing is he's actually gotten the first round bye a few times too.
That's what makes it even worse.
And you don't win a playoff game.
Especially the Jets.
At that point, I make the argument for he ain't on the field, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, he ain't on the field.
Because that one's bad. For you to get a first round bye to come out and lose each time,
and then
everyone got to get fired, dog.
And of course, he deal with dumbass niggas like fucking Vontez Burfict and fucking
Pac-Man Jones.
I thought you were gonna
Pac-Man Jones.
Don't you dare say Chad Ochocinco.
I love Chad. Chad should be in the Hall of fucking fame.
I'm gonna say Chad. The reason why the nigga was going to the playoffs so much.
Yeah, you're right.
Chad, honestly, I'm not going to say he should still be in the league, but his career should have been longer.
Should have been longer, but
he would have been out of the league by now. But he definitely should have been longer. Well, tell him to stop hitting women.
Okay.
All right. And I think that's where we should pivot the conversation into the rest of the
I was upset at that Hard Knocks.
The Saturday wildcard games.
But yeah, arguably probably one of the best, easily the best footwork route runners of our generation.
Route runners.
Yes, route runners.
Yeah. One of the best route runners.
But you know what? Keeping it in let's stick to the AFC North. We'll give you your time. The Baker Mayfields, let's go.
Listen, I'm mad I didn't put up more money on the fucking Browns.
I'm mad I didn't just throw a little $5 on it just because.
I think I only put them in a parlay, which got me upset. I had a parlay, but I wanted to put specifically on the Browns because, bro, I've been telling y'all about the Steelers.
First and foremost, yo,
I've been doing it.
The fact that in the group chat, some of my friends still haven't said anything, and it's
of course not. They can't.
And it's been 2 days.
They can't.
I just want to say this. I would like to take this time to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Fuck those apologies from earlier this year. They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Tyler, Tyshawn, Kendall. One of us is still in the playoffs.
I will be seeing you guys at the next Juneteenth cookout, and we will be discussing. Because, my team was garbage, but y'all started off 11-0.
Yeah,
and you did that at home?
To who? to the gray nameless faces?
Corvette.
Oh, you want to dance, right? You want to dance to get beat.
Oh, you dance.
You want to dance to get beat.
Do the TikToks, huh? Damn, Juju. And it sucks because Juju was such a likable person.
Bro, he was doing Dragon Ball Z celebrations, all this sort of shit, man. And just, bro, be graceful in defeat, bro. Especially when you're coming off that good of a regular season. Be graceful in defeat.
Yeah.
You're gonna out here Chase Claypool talking about, they still suck. I hope they're gonna get smacked next week.
They sound like little ass
kids. They sound like
little ass kids.
When they was losing all them games because the wide receiver core couldn't catch a ball.
Yep.
Oh, losing. Never heard of her. Somebody was like, this nigga engaged to her now.
My man. Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yo, like
my man said they're the same old Browns, and honestly, there was no way in hell that like the Steelers have absolutely no
28
excuse.
in the first quarter is so
28-0 in the first quarter is ridiculous.
Bro? Oh my!
There was
God.
and you know what? Regardless of what anybody says, shout out Ben because he really tried to come back, and I almost thought they were gonna do it. They was like this much hope.
They cut it 10 points. They cut it to 12. 35-23.
And I'll tell y'all this: kicking is for losers.
Kicking. I want to do some kicking. Why you?
The punting in the fourth quarter with. Oh my God! In their opposing territory.
That's funny. Vrabel did that shit.
I was gonna say, kicking is for losers.
Kicking doesn't win field goals. Do not win games. Punting does not win games.
Unless you have the Ravens defense of Justin Tucker. Because we have won a game like that.
I said we'll get to you. Damn it.
Yes. No, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about in general.
I said we'll get to you.
Listen.
I said good day.
Ben got to retire.
Yes.
Mike Tomlin needs to just look at Ben and go, leave. Just leave. If you want to keep playing, it's not going to be here.
And then this is on Tomlin too. I love Mike Tomlin, the big noob. I will defend Mike Tomlin. He is a noob. Yeah,
of course he is.
I'll defend Mike Tomlin all day.
Clearly,
every day.
He needed a king.
Yeah,
he needs to and has to.
Not because he has to, but because he needs to. But yeah, that's on Tomlin too, bro.
Walk out with a cane like Lucius Malfoy.
Lucius Malfoy.
Oh boy. White people named Lucius don't sound right, but continue.
It don't. But yeah, Ben, at least, I mean, yeah, he had the 4 picks, but he didn't go out completely sad because he had 4 touchdowns and 500 yards. With the L, though, but still.
So they might as well have signed Jameis this offseason is what you're telling me.
Hey, man, listen, Jameis might have did that for you and got the W. I'm just saying. So, yeah, you're right. Jameis at least would have, yeah. But it's crazy. Steelers, they went out bad.
That's the thing. They punched.
Very bad.
And
you're a fraud.
But that's the thing, right? And you saw it from the jump. The Browns came in there, chip on their shoulder. They punched him in the mouth. And the Steelers just couldn't recover.
Oh, it was bad.
All right, the fumble, all right. And, like, you know how people get on cam for the Super Bowl, like him following the fumble?
Yeah.
Why ain't Ben... I mean, I get it. He's older, whatever, but
he's playing, bro. Dog. There's no excuse. You playing.
Mm-hmm. Jump on that football. There's no reason why you should be trying to pick it up and fall on that shit. Touchdown right there. You punt the next series. It was the interception the next series, right? The next drive?
The next drive was a pick. Yeah, the
pick.
Yeah.
Leads to a Jarvis Landry touchdown. Well, look at that. Within 5 minutes of the game, it's already 14-0.
I think the real winner here is not even the Browns. It's Baker Mayfield more than anything because I think we were talking about this preseason and before, like how everything was going to happen. He completely changed the narrative on him and what people believe him to be.
I mean, AFC North young quarterbacks. That's what it is. And the Steelers are old news, to be honest.
And they pulled up the graphic, and I just found it so funny because it was what year did Lamar get drafted? That was 2000.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. And they pulled up the graphic with all of the quarterbacks
AFC
that got drafted.
AFC and the NFC.
No.
All right, go.
It was whatever draft class that was. The Darnold,
Darnold, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Lamar, Baker.
4 of those guys are in the playoffs currently.
4 of them. 3 of them.
Baker, Lamar.
Josh Allen.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
because it was Josh Rosen and then Sam Darnold. And I was just looking at it, I was like, wow, like we really are set up for success for the future. The AFC is anyway.
Yeah, the AFC is. Especially the AFC North.
Yep. And I was like, wow, like, yo, Baker really like he did exactly what we thought that he was going to do. Not like that we thought that he was going to do. Not what the media was saying about him. It was like, oh, Baker can't do this, Baker can't do that. And he shut everybody up.
3 touchdowns, no interceptions, I think like 270 yards. He played a very, very clean game.
Yep.
Did exactly what he needed to do.
Didn't fold under the pressure. I think the best play of the game was I think that the screen pass, like that 45-yard screen pass to
don't say his name. Don't you say his name. Don't you say
that screen pass to Nick Penis.
Oh, wow. Wow. And I say don't say his name because I actually lost money because I cashed out a bet, you guys. So that's
but you still won money though.
I know I still won money, but I could have won so much more.
Oh, who told you to be a pussy?
All right, well, you know what, John, you're right.
John. Oh,
you know, John is the bully in class. Bully. You know, I'm just a kid that plays with the fucking dandelions and shit, and I'm just like, oh, you're so mean to me. That's yes, John.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I know, but yeah,
I thought you were gonna say Bakugan, but whatever.
Nah, not Bakugan. Those kids were weird. Bakugan. If you was playing with Bakugan back in the day, like at least play with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, that was Bakugan was after our time. That's why we think it's weird.
Yeah, that's why we think it's weird.
Yikes.
Yeah,
but yeah. And yep, no more dancing on TikTok.
Yep,
no more dancing on TikTok or logos in general.
Did you see Juju's Instagram post? I think
nope.
Or something like that.
We was like, damn, I can't believe we lost that shit.
Something like that. And somebody was like, damn, Juju got the same room as a 17-year-old girl because it had the Christmas lights on the top.
It had like these lights, but they were like all white.
Yep.
I was like, damn. And then one of my friends made a joke, but it's inappropriate. And R. Kelly sold. But speaking about dancing on logos,
yikes.
John, I'll let you have your moment.
God damn it.
Talk your shit. Do you need anything here, or do you want to just?
We'll see. We'll see where it takes us.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Justin, can you tell us about this game?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, please.
I can. All right, so what had happened was the Titans jumped out to a 10-0 lead, and then they forgot how to play football.
Up! That man who, this narrative that has been set up about him not being able to win playoff games. He can't win playoff games. He's 0-2. Bro, this man was 23 years old. Motherfuckers have not even seen playoff games. And what did he do? Honestly, he did some Deshaun shit. Because he put the team on his back and got that shit going. And cooked them. And honestly, it's not even as great of a game as Lamar Jackson had. Mm-hmm. And he did have a great game. Mm-hmm. 180 yards passing, and I think around 140 rushing. That defense. Derrick Henry, who? Talking about, he's going to run all over you again.
They did say that.
Bro, last year, our run defense was ass. He ran on us. Not surprised. Our offense coordinator also was selling last year. Mm-hmm. This year, we dealt with the run defense. When we played them in the regular season, motherfuckers was hurt. Motherfuckers been hurt all season. Mm-hmm. How many yards did we hold him to?
40. Goddamn.
40.
Goddamn 40.
40. And I think he had 200 plus yards in the last game.
232.
Rushed for 2,000 yards in the season.
2,042.
And it doesn't matter.
Don't matter no more.
Don't matter. Because he's rushing.
No dressing.
Where's he going?
Oh,
where he going? He going fishing.
He's rushing to Cancun.
That's it. He rushing to Cancun. And he was beefing with Vrabel on the sideline. Love to fucking see it.
Don't argue with your coach out.
I don't want to hear shit.
He'd whoop Vrabel's ass, though. You see how big this nigga is?
Bro, he whooped everybody's ass.
And don't forget that Mike Vrabel was a fucking NFL linebacker. I just want
he was tasked with tackling people like Derrick Henry.
I just want to say.
To put things into perspective, I saw an interview with Mark Andrews, and they were asking him who is playing scout team, Derrick Henry, who could do it. And he was like, we were looking at the numbers. They were like, maybe it would be Malik Harrison. Because they have almost the same 40 time and are about the same size.
Good Lord.
Exactly. Fucking a thumper of an interior linebacker.
Ooh, I don't like the word thumper, but yeah.
That's how they used to describe him because he clogs holes in the run game.
Why don't you like the word thumper?
Yeah, why don't you? Nick Chubb over here. Thumping cervixes.
Oh, no.
Listen.
Nick Chubb.
I don't want to hear shit about the Ravens. I'm really glad that we won outside of being a Ravens fan because now this bullshit narrative of him not being able to win playoff games when Peyton Manning didn't win his first one to what? 26? No, 28, right?
Something crazy like
28. That. John Elway didn't win his first one until 26. I don't want to hear this shit. This man is just turned 24. Mm-hmm. What a birthday gift.
They also played in there with real football.
Can I get a...
Yeah. Jill Polian ass motherfucker.
Hey, man, look.
But on some real shit... but on some real shit, it was a great game. Good game overall, and we've destroyed narratives the whole game of us not being able to come back from behind. And I actually saw a headline today, which was like the epitome of the Ravens offense and our turnaround throughout the season is Hollywood Brown's play.
Yeah.
It's him still not a 1, but him being a productive receiver, learning to be not a full possession receiver, but being able to do more than just fucking run real fast down the sideline and hope that he's open and that you can get to him.
Yep.
He had 100 plus yards receiving that day. That is huge. And he had 100 plus yards last year, but last year was last year. There's a lot of other issues going on last year. Lamar Jackson threw like 50 plus times last game. Last time we played him in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. But like, it's just, you get hot at the right time. You're turning things around. The culture is huge. Like, I was getting hyped, getting ready for the game when I saw the shit of Calais Campbell fucking like yelling at them walking in the tunnel. Mm-hmm. Like Calais Campbell's talking his shit and motherfuckers holding the 40 yards. Like, that's what I like to see. It was just a great game overall. Marlin didn't even start off strong, and the rest of the defense picked up. But honestly, it's just our veterans on the defense. Like, fucking Pernell McPhee had himself a game. Definitely. And people don't know who that is. But if you're a Ravens fan, you know who Pernell McPhee is.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Second tour of duty. We also apparently, I think we have a tight end who's on the Jets.
You said you guys have a tight end that was on the Jets?
Yeah, this season. Some white dude with long hair.
White dude with long.
Anyway,
you don't know his name? He's on your team.
I don't remember his name. I saw him for the first time this Sunday.
Just like Baker saw his offensive lineman for the first time in the locker room.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
No, man.
Hi, my name is Carl. Nice to meet you.
It's when you're dapping everyone up when you're playing pickup. You're just like, oh, what's going on? I'm John.
Yo, what up? What up, man? Mark? Yeah. All right, cool.
Nah, see, niggas don't
What's your name?
I don't even do that at the courts. Niggas is just like, yo, you need one more? Yeah, pull up. That's it.
Nah, that's how it be valuable.
If you nice, then after the game, niggas will be like, oh, what's your name,
bro?
If you ask, niggas gonna be like, yo, I need two more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, I went the whole semester not knowing you guys' names.
Exactly.
That's why it was so funny when Miles put his number in my phone. I was like, wait, Mills?
Listen,
I had never seen Miles spelled like that before.
And you'll never see it again.
You're goddamn right. Shout out to being social, man. It only took us like 5 months.
Nah, but we defeated a lot of narratives, and now they're gonna look at some other bullshit to come out. Lamar, like your boy Bill will, but
you mean like I will?
Yeah, you will. Yeah, Joe Polian.
He did what he. It's kind of funny when the one thing that I do enjoy about Pete Carroll, I don't think he should be a coach, but when he talks about this thing called complementary football, he. Like, all right, whatever. The passing stats might not have been clean, but he had great rushing stats. I think, like, what Lamar did, even aside from that bullshit-ass interception that he threw, which I can't even explain.
And that's what I like about him and him taking full responsibility. And he was like, the thing that got me mad was it wasn't anything they did to intercept the ball. He was like, it was all me.
That was just a bad throw.
He's like, I put too much air under it and did not get it where it needed to go. That was it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But there's complementary football, bro. Like, they did what they needed to do to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dobbins didn't have a dominant day on the ground, but he did enough to do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking bulldoze someone angry run scepter this week.
You know what I'm saying?
Someone going to the end zone.
Fucking Wink Martindale, this nigga called a great fucking game, bro. He called
adjustments, everything. AJ Brown had a very quiet second half.
He had a very quiet second half after the first half, Marlon was.
Marlon was like a rough dog.
No, but it wasn't even Marlon's fault. Marlon was playing great defense, and then you had the one questionable pass interference call. They had two very questionable pass interference calls.
One offensive pass interference that should have been called.
I think. Okay, I wouldn't have been as mad as that not being called if they didn't call the Willie Snead one. You know what I'm saying? Because then I would have been like, all right, come on,
that should have been a touchdown, and I should have hit on that parlay, but whatever.
Well, yeah, complimentary football. Lamar did what it took to win the game, and that's really all there is to it. And he said, and that's why I enjoyed about like the pregame shit that Lamar was talking about, and even the postgame shit he was talking about. It's like they ain't really much to tell you. Like, I'm here to win. That's it.
That's it, bro.
I was like, yo.
He's like, yeah, I want to lose the narrative, but it's more about winning. It's not about me. Like, we got to win the game. If we win, the narrative goes away. So that's just an added bonus. But at the end of the day, we got to focus on winning the game. And that's why it's like, I watched the press conferences because I really wanted I wanted Juice to speak because that would have been fucking. If Marcus Peters did it, but that would have been great. But literally everyone goes and like, I feel like Marlon said it best, where he's like, it was my first playoff win too. He's like, and I felt happier for Lamar because when we win, it's usually all on him. But when we lose, it's always all on him. Mm-hmm. It's not about how the defense plays, not about anyone else. It's always on him. So it's like, it's a big thing. And it's having your teammate around you. It was a great football game, like all around. Greg Roman didn't call his best game, but Lamar did Lamar things. And that's all you can ask him.
Lamar won out that game.
Again, like I think we've had the most rushing yards in a 5-game stretch since 1951, I think. Like, our ground game has been absolutely ridiculous and continued. And, like, I just love the people on our team. Like, Pat Ricard, like, I want to re-sign Gus Edwards so badly, bro, but I think it's going to be too expensive. But it's just everything. Because even if they're not getting the ball, Gus Edwards lays some fucking blocks, bro. Yep. I think he's 6'3", like 210.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
And he's not Derrick Henry. He's useful in the passing game.
There was the one play, John. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It was when Lamar was basically, it was a design run to the right. It was a read option, and then Gus Edwards was like leading on the right outside side.
Yeah, he had 2 big blocks.
And I was like, yo, like damn, this nigga like basically like he was supposed to like either get the ball and then just clear out, but like nah, he fucking was lead blocking. That was like extra block on the exercise. I'm like, yo, Gus, see you, Gus, going crazy. But nah, son. Thing with the Ravens, the only thing right now that's gonna stop them is themselves, because there's nobody that can stop that running game. And I'm very much so convinced of that. I don't think the Bills can.
You can run against the Bills.
Yeah, I don't think that the Chiefs can stop that. I don't think there's anybody in the AFC right now that can really stop them. So the only way that the Ravens could lose is if either they get outscored or if like Lamar have a meltdown, which I don't think that's gonna happen, but So it's gonna be interesting. I think the Bills and Ravens game is gonna be the game that I'm most excited for going into next week, outside of another one that I'll get to later. But this is gonna be some real. It's gonna be a good ass game. It's gonna be against 2 great young quarterbacks. That's what the league should be. You know what I'm saying? But
You know what's funny is that I thought the Titans Ravens game was a really good football game.
Yeah,
like because you didn't, even though it felt like I don't know. Do you guys like? After the Ravens came back, after Lamar's touchdown, I was like, all right, Ravens are probably just going to run away with this. But it stayed close.
It stayed close.
The entire game. And I was like, wow, like this is back and forth.
I think the Texans defense had one of their best games outside of letting Lamar the Titans here. Right?
No, I think they played really solid. I mean, it really just came down to Justin Tucker field goal. So,
which is wild. Yeah. Like him missing that one.
Him missing the 150 yard, but I mean, you can't give him, he's not going to miss 2 field goals.
Broke clock is right twice a day.
Yeah,
basically.
Exactly.
And I think just to finish out the Super Wildcard Weekend, I think I would say arguably everybody's favorite game, in a sense, of the weekend, that Bears Saints game.
Oh, the Nickelodeon game?
Nickelodeon broadcast, game. Baby.
We love to see it. Shout out Nate. Real life, like I
Nate
think
Burleson, yep,
CBS shit. He really like did his thing in the booth, and honestly, it was an entertaining broadcast. And for all y'all old white right motherfuckers, I don't want to hear nothing about like how y'all thought kiddish the game was or how much they was explaining shit. It wasn't for y'all niggas, okay?
No, it was for y'all, because some of y'all don't even know the rules of the game of football.
Some of y'all don't know football at all.
Some of y'all don't know football.
Yes.
So
some of y'all don't.
Shout out Young Sheldon explaining all the penalties and stuff.
Yeah. You say Young Sheldon. Yes, sir.
Haven't seen that show yet, but I've watched The Big Bang Theory, so I kind of understand the premise of what Sheldon. I know who Sheldon is.
Yeah, you know the vibe.
And Sheldon's a big train guy, so
yeah,
vibes with that.
Yeah, definitely. What you call it? The game itself wasn't that great.
No, it was not.
But real life, Miss Trubisky came back to life. That's
LOL at the kids voting for Trubisky.
Trubisky to be the MVP.
That's some kid shit though.
Yeah,
because they were like literally the entire broadcast was almost like, Mr. Trubisky. He was benched. It's almost like being grounded. I feel like the kids were just like the sympathy. Like when you let the awkward kid shoot a basket in gym. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Right. Yeah, but overall, I think the main highlight for that game was the Nick broadcast, y'all. I really thought that was a great idea. I think they chose the wrong game to do it, but like me and you had discussed prior. Yeah, like it was just
they couldn't. They were basically at the hands of like what the NFL decided. I don't understand how the NFL decides which games they want to put at what time.
Like I feel like if they could have done any other one. They could have done any other one, and I feel like it would have been fine. Like even if they did like the Ravens game, that would have been a good one. Shit, I mean the Steelers game definitely probably might have been
high scoring.
Yeah, that probably would have been the perfect. But you can't really.
And no one expected it to be like that. So
you know what I'm saying? I think next year, if for some reason the Kansas City Chiefs are playing in the wild card round. I hate y'all. If the Chiefs are playing in the wild card round, they got to make it so that they have the Chiefs game, because I feel like that's probably the most fun team to watch.
Yeah, I mean this was the game with the
no disrespect, Jonathan.
This was a game with the second least touchdowns, right?
Think so. I mean it was only 1, 2, 3.
Because the Ravens game only had three touchdowns. There was
only 3 because I bet on the 4th.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean, and that game had 4. So, hey man, but no, overall great broadcast. Noah Eagle is amazing.
He is literally
just like his dad. He's literally his dad.
I thought it was Iron Eagle. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Like it is like you turn like if you're not paying attention, you're like, damn, Iron Eagle's doing this. Isn't he doing basketball right now? Like,
right. I was like, damn, he's in 2 places at once.
Like because Iron Eagle did the Bills Colts game on Saturday.
Yep. which I feel like was underratedly a good game.
Yeah, and I don't think we talked about it at all. But I mean, honestly, there's not much to talk about.
Yeah,
listen,
Josh Allen.
I think Pat McAfee wants Darnold
for Colts. Yeah.
I mean, listen, you saw what Frank Reich did with Carson Wentz, and look at Carson Wentz right now.
So what Frank Reich did with what do you call it? Who's the backup? Nick Foles in the playoffs run. So
listen, that's all I'm saying. Listen, Frank Reich, that man might know some things.
So, but yeah, love the slime zone. You're getting old when you don't know who any of the Nick people are. Yeah. It's like the girl in the broadcast booth. I had no idea who that was.
Yeah.
The kid on the sidelines, I had no idea who that was.
Yeah. I was like, damn, these kids look young as shit.
Yeah, like I think the girl was only like 15 years old. I'm like, damn, I wish I could be
like
15 calling a football game. Like,
I thought that was
what the hell did you think I was gonna? Oh my! Do you think that low of me? Do you think that low of me?
Justin.
No!
No!
That's what we're trying to avoid.
No. Oh my God.
But I know that was. I honestly thought there was gonna be more Nick personalities. The only one I know is the kid Dylan.
The black dude?
The short black kid. Yeah. But I thought.
Yeah, he's on all that.
He's on all that.
He's on all that. The new all that.
Okay.
The more racially inclusive all that.
Yes.
But
yeah, it was good. Loved all the graphics and whatnot.
Yeah, it was dope.
The comparisons of shit like this duo and this duo. Like,
bro, I didn't get to watch it fully with that because I was not watching the game on cable. But I did listen to some of it, and one of the things that they're talking about, like something happened, and I just remember them going, "Yeah, this was just like Josh Peck dealing with like whoever the fucking girl was. It was like in the science fair, like trying to get the same
that was
thing.
No Eagle. Yeah,
and I was like,
made that
what?
Comparison. Yeah. What do you call it? Nate was making Good Burger references.
Yeah, that's the fact. He was like Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas is like Keenan and Kel and Good Burger and shit. I was like, okay, all right, look, I see what you're trying to do here.
I think it was great because I don't think CBS could have predicted, because we even got the email yesterday. I was working and they sent out the mass email from like whoever the guy is, Bob, whatever. From Viacom, and he was like, it was a really good success, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't think y'all realize just how many adults loved it. Like, I was doing the Jim Rome show. He was just like, it's Nick is one of those things where if you were born from like 1990 to now, like Nick has touched your life at some point, So, like people that are in their 20s and even like 30s would have enjoyed that because there's mad references. They had the cartoon characters in the stands and things like that. The slime zone, shit was great.
Yeah, it was great. They did their thing. That was a great idea. I think we mentioned last week that was a great idea.
Yeah, no, the first time they announced it, we were like, bro, I remember you specifically. You were just like, if I was a kid and I didn't really know much about football, like I would love this shit.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you had even the sports writers and people doing like that. Like, my daughter never really watches football with me, and it's my job. But slap a bunch of cartoon characters, on the screen, and look at that, they're interested in the game.
This is literally like I just thought of this comparison. I don't know if you guys remember, but do you guys remember what aquapods were?
Aquapods.
It was literally bottled water, but they made the bottled water like round.
Yeah.
And they were smaller things. And I remember seeing those and I was like, wow, this is dumb as a kid. And then my younger cousin, like we were on some trip and they bought it and he drank all that shit. And he didn't like drinking water. So it's like when you get a kid, same shit, different packaging. Same exact, it's literally bottled water, just in a round shape, marketed to kids, and kids want that shit.
Yeah.
Natural spring water.
It was like, I'm telling you, all these other sports, take heed. Baseball especially. You're worried about losing your younger audience. They laid the blueprint. Kind of like how I'd be saying like with the Knicks, like the Nets laid the blueprint out for how you rebuild.
Yep.
The NFL laid it out for you.
Yep.
Slime.
And stop giving Fernando Tatis shit for making baseball fun.
Exactly. Like when people, like when they hit a home run, do like funny sound effects. Or even if you do it for like All-Star, like it would be better for the All-Star game. Like if you had
with
that.
The home run derby.
And the home run derby. So it's like every time they hit a home run, there's like slime all over the screen. And then like the winner gets slimed at the end or something like that. And they give like the Nick Award and things like that.
Yep.
Basketball. I know it's Turner. right? And Cartoon Network is Turner. So, like, wouldn't that be nice if you have Johnny Bravo doing commentating and then you have Dexter breaking down advanced analytics?
That would be amazing.
And why you shouldn't take the mid-range.
That would be amazing.
Why are you taking the mid-range? You need to take the three-pointer.
Listen,
why is he French? I don't know.
That's a very good idea. So that would leave MLB with Disney, maybe. Nah, that wouldn't work.
Well, I don't know who.
I don't know what
MLB doesn't have a contract really with
TBS. What's TBS?
TBS is Turner.
So then Cartoon Network.
But then but they also air it on Fox as well. I don't know who. I don't know what.
Whatever. Baseball got to get that. They got to get that
from Billy and Mandy broadcasting a game.
the white Jamaican.
Nah. A character like Grimm would never fly in 2021, yo. I'm just saying, it's just so crazy. Like,
bro, he would hit his peak. Are you kidding me,
bro? Those would be like, what Cartoon Network characters would you want to see in like a broadcast? Like, would be funny.
Definitely Grimm. Grimm, absolutely.
Like Courage. I don't know how you incorporate him, but
Courage, you gotta be sideline reporter. Yeah. Give me fucking Rolf.
Yeah, Ed Boy.
Yeah, give me Rolf, bro.
I need what you call it? If they're doing basketball, I need Wilt. Definitely.
Definitely Wilt
from Foster's Home.
Yeah.
That would be jokes.
Be the analyst.
Yeah, that would be so crazy. But shit like that. That's what we're tuning into. The young kids, they don't know about Foster's Home, Imaginary Kids, and all the other shit.
But then again, I feel like young kids don't know about Rugrats and Hey Arnold.
Yeah, they definitely
because those shows have been off the air from that. They're only on Teen Nick. Now.
Yeah.
But they still make the reference and something like that. But yeah, it'd be cool.
I wanted to pull this graphic when you're talking about just to kind of go back to the playoffs in general. Like, so Patrick Mahomes is the most seasoned quarterback in the AFC playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Bro, think about this shit. So right now in the NFC playoffs, you have Brady, Breeze, Rodgers, and Goff.
Yuck.
Right?
That's crazy.
So you have 43, 41, 37, and 26, and all of them have played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? AFC, it's Mahomes at 25, Lamar and Josh Allen at 24, and Baker at 25.
That's tough. But that's great.
Yeah, it's great for the league. It's great for the AFC.
That's great. Yeah. That's great for the league, yo, because I think like, and that's kind of what I was gonna get into later. Another game that I'm excited for, seeing Brady and fucking Breeze. I think it's gonna be great. But at the same time, like, I want to see a fucking Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes AFC Championship as badly as I want to see an Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady NFC Championship. Like, I think it's like the narrative that I think is gonna happen for when the Super Bowl lines up is gonna be fucking like age versus like youth type shit. It's gonna be crazy. So I'm really fucking with the fact that like, yo, the AFC is really in great hands. I wish, I
AFC North in particular, but the AFC in general, like the way with Josh Allen coming on the way he has, like it's honestly great, man. And I think it's a good way to show that, especially after like I feel like we were looked at having such a good quarterback age for like basically most of our lives.
Yep.
Like you have Tom Brady, you have Peyton, you have all these quarterbacks who are looked at as greats. Like think about all the records Drew Brees has. Aaron Rodgers is arguably one of, you can make an argument for the most talented quarterback of all time.
Yep.
Like this, like you can call it a golden age of QBs, and now it's the same thing with basketball for us of just worrying about what happens when LeBron retires, things like that. Who's going to carry that torch? And then I feel like we saw it in basketball happen sooner of being like, damn, these young dudes are fucking nice. And then now it's really happening in football, which is huge for the game. And also it's especially transitioning from what football used to be to the high powered offenses it is now. Like it's fucking amazing.
Shout out Pat Mahomes. Yeah, that nigga nice. Hell yeah. That's my son. I fuck with Pat so hard.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of good quarterback and good quarterback personalities to root for, man. Like honestly, if LJ Pat fucking conference, it would be amazing. But you know what shit would also be crazy? If Baker comes out and balls.
Yep.
If the Browns pull off that upset, crazy.
That would be amazing. And like, once again, like I feel like at this point, the Browns already overachieved. Them making the playoffs, that would have been enough for people to be like, all right, you know what? We need to stop shitting on Baker. Them winning the playoff game is now like, all right, you know what? Now we know why this man was the number one pick. You know what I'm saying? And like anybody that was saying that Baker was a bust, Baker was this, Baker was that, like all of that is deaded, bro. Like he got a great team around him. Don't get me wrong. But it's the same way that
it comes down to him at the end of the day.
It comes down to him at the end of the day. But even so, it's like, yo, if you want your people to succeed, you got to put them in a place to succeed. And we talk about it. We talk about it every week. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen got so much better from last year to this year. Why? Because they got Stephon Diggs. He worked. He did work. But I'm saying, like, they improved the team. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just excited for these next few weeks because we're really about to see some iconic ass matchups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm very excited for the game,
including the History Channel Bowl next week against Breeze and Brady. But I'm still fucking with it, and I want to see Brady versus Rodgers in the NFC Championship.
And I think another aspect of the whole quarterback era is that a lot of the top 5, I would say a lot of the top 10, it's black quarterbacks.
Yep.
Deshaun, Lamar, Pat Mahomes. Russ is still going to be around for a little while.
Still top 10.
You know.
How old is Russ?
32.
Yeah. He's still got at least a good
4 years.
3 or 4
Yeah.
before it's like, all right, damn, Russ can't do this no more.
He might not get that MVP, though.
Yeah,
I mean, he's already solidified himself in the Hall of Fame, though.
Yeah.
Like that, he's
Yeah.
yeah.
But MVP would be nice.
All right.
He needed an MVP.
He needs it, but he needs it not. He needs it for the culture, not for the Hall of Fame. Because I think if you look at his numbers and the Super Bowl, like it compares very well with a lot of other Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
I feel like
He's gonna have a Drew Brees' career, to be honest. If they don't if the organization doesn't address the issues.
Drew Brees never won MVP, right?
I don't know.
I don't think he
has. I mean, he got the best. He has the best stats. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Russ is gonna have
he has
a stat-ass
He has
career.
a Super Bowl MVP, right?
He has a Super Bowl MVP. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the MVP that really matters. Shout out Eli Manning, but yeah, that's. I mean,
Joe Flacco.
Does it?
Joe Flacco. Yeah, you're right.
Because what do you call it? Malcolm? Was it
Malcolm Smith.
Malcolm
Yeah,
Smith. The defensive player.
and he became a journeyman.
I mean, yeah, that's a fact. He's on the Browns right now.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Sam
But
Darnold
2
fucked the
Super
shit
Bowl
out of
MVPs. Now that's
can you imagine?
Those are the MVPs that really matter.
Can you imagine like Andre Iguodala having 2 Finals MVPs and then just doing having nothing else for his career?
Like his career being the exact same way that it was.
One
Just
defense,
two Finals MVP.
one all defense.
Yeah.
team.
1 all defensive team, 1 all star, 2 Finals MVPs.
and like a slam dunk.
That Finals MVP might put him in the hole. You know, the NBA be throwing everybody in the Hall of Fame. So there it is.
That's true.
Listen.
All right, but really, last football point. What does I asked this on Twitter? I don't know if John had seen it, but what does Baker Mayfield have to do to surpass LeBron James as the best? So basically, just surpass LeBron James in Cleveland's eyes.
I think.
Oof.
All right, to surpass LeBron is a lot because I think the original tweet was just to end up on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, to pass him on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, I think he can be on.
He would.
I think LeBron is 1.
He'll never pass LeBron.
I don't think he'll be able to pass LeBron.
Is LeBron 1 or is Jim Brown 1?
LeBron's got to be
LeBron
1.
is 1.
LeBron is 1.
LeBron got to be 1.
So Jim Brown is 2.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
And then I guess whoever I might hit
to Cleveland,
big Cleveland, but
yeah.
I'm assuming somebody from baseball might be 3.
Oh,
I don't know.
Who's the white
One
guy?
of the older.
Yeah, who's the white
Oh
guy?
no, fuck.
Matt. I don't know.
Yeah, like
Mr.
I don't
Why don't
fucking
you look
know.
up fucking not Mr. Frinfrock?
Yeah.
Why don't you look up
Chief
Cleveland
Wahoo.
Sports? Chief Wahoo. Cleveland Sports Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I said all right. So LeBron, Jim Brown.
I think to get on it, Baker needs a Super Bowl. Period. If he brings the Browns a Super Bowl, he gets on it.
I don't think he does. To get on it, I don't think he does. I think he'd
You think
have
he
to
needs
have
2 Super Bowls?
No,
A Super Bowl and MVP?
All right, here's my thinking. Right. So to get on, what'd you find?
This is no.
Nobody?
Keep talking.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is that?
You're right. Exactly.
He's
That's what
not
I
even
said.
in Madden, I bet.
Probably
He
not.
typed the P into the browser, didn't he? But no, all right. So to get on the Mount Rushmore, I don't think he has to win a Super Bowl, but I think a Phillip Rivers type career gets him on the Mount Rushmore because consistent play. I think just because of Cleveland, I'm talking just Cleveland because Cleveland doesn't have a lot of great sports figures.
You want to know why I say it doesn't? A Phillip
Oh,
Rivers career doesn't get him
okay.
on Mount Rushmore because he's the number 1 pick. I don't think that'll get him on it.
Well,
Because
right.
if you have a Phillip Rivers career as the number 1 pick, you don't live up to number 1
So
pick.
right now it would be Cleveland Sports Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Ozzie Newsome, who I forgot about, Jim Brown, LeBron, obviously, and then for the Indians, Omar Vizquel, because he was one of the reasons why they was winning mad
yes.
games in the '90s, and they went to World Series.
I think I think Baker could take Ozzy's spot.
Ozzy, I think Baker could take both of them. Both of those
He-
spots. Yeah.
If he wins a ring in Cleveland,
ring guarantees him,
Here's
yes.
the thing:
That's
is
what I
that
just
like
said. You said no.
No, but I'm saying he could make it without. I say a ring guarantees, and I said he could if he doesn't.
I mean, like,
depending on how great his career is.
If he has a successful career in Cleveland and they keep doing like what they're doing, like I don't see why like he wouldn't be on there.
Number 1 pick, dog. If he doesn't bring them to at least a Super Bowl,
he gotta get to a bowl. Yes,
exactly. If he doesn't bring them to
if he gets to
that's
a
what I'm saying.
bowl,
if he has a Phillip Rivers career, he's not on the Mount Rushmore.
Right. So if he gets to a bowl, loses, but consistent playoffs, maybe like
a couple championships,
6 division titles.
Yeah,
you know,
a couple like.
Multiple trips to the
games.
AFC Championship. Yeah. Does that solidify? Does it get him onto the Mount Rushmore? Because it's a big football town. Yeah. Like, they love football more than basketball.
Then yeah, but that's not a Phil Rivers career though. But yeah, I think that can
So, what would he have to do to get past LeBron? I know it's a big
get
feat.
past LeBron. 3 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs.
Okay. So
that would have to be past LeBron.
All right. So if he was to have an Eli Manning type career, but at a MVP, like you said, so both times Super Bowl MVPs and then regular season MVP, but just kind of radio.
I don't think he passes LeBron, but I feel like he's definitely like one of the most iconic. Like,
yes,
I'm telling you, son. Because the way that when LeBron won, it's the fact of how LeBron won the ring. It wasn't even the fact of
because he broke the drought.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's like, all right, he was in Cleveland, he left Cleveland, they hated him, he came back, he was down 3-1, and he won the ring. It was like, sports is crazy like that. Yeah. So I don't feel.
Give me a 30 for 30 on that team.
We already got one. Oh,
Cleveland.
We had Cleveland because they did the extra part,
and they did the extra part, and then it was just like Cleveland, this one's for you. I was crying.
Did you see that the freaking ESPN when they put LeBron's head on Baker Mayfield's body and said to Cleveland, "This is for you," because it was the first playoff game they won in like 20-some years? I'm like, really? Y'all had to do my man's Baker like that?
I was like, come on, son. And even LeBron. First off, LeBron, you a Cowboys fan.
Cowboys fan.
So stop talking about the Browns, bro. You don't even like these niggas.
He said,
Taki.
Taki.
Nah, he said, I think they asked him about it, and he was like, first of all, he's like, whatever city I play in, he was like, I usually just go to the sports for that city.
That's true, because he was in Dodger. Yeah. He's got a Dodger uniform.
He's like, whatever city I'm in, he's like, I support all the sports for that city because I'm trying to support the city.
He one of those New Yorkers. That's a
politician-ass answer.
No, I'm telling you, he's one of those New Yorkers like, I support all New York teams.
Like my parents?
Nigga, fuck you.
No, like my dad.
About to say,
pick a side, nigga.
It's Mets or Yankees. Pick one.
Jets or Giants, huh?
Now the Mets game's gonna be fun this year.
Yep.
Mets game's gonna be fun.
It's either Knicks or Knicks.
Damn right. There's only one basketball team one basketball team in this city, baby.
You wouldn't know it by looking at the media right now.
Right, you wouldn't know it.
Like I'm sitting here like, damn. Like, I thought the Nets was an afterthought. Why niggas keep talking about Kyrie?
Big facts.
We little brother. Goddamn.
Bro, it's a good thing Kyrie wasn't on the Knicks, bro. If he came to the Knicks, oh my God.
Stephen A would have had
a field day.
He would have, yeah.
Okay, so then
Stephen A talking about Derrick Henry being a Ravens kryptonite.
All right.
Bro, literally, the fact that right after the game, YouTube went video you may like, and it was that video.
Damn.
Like, that was the notification I got on my phone.
Freezing cold takes.
We love cookies.
But you know what's weird about the Cleveland thing is that Jim Brown, doesn't he have multiple championships?
Yeah, but before like
it was before the Super Bowl era, but the Browns have almost like the Eagles.
Yeah, he came out as like... Yeah. He's just been wild in the past couple of years, so he's been, Oh,
Jim Brown?
Yeah.
I didn't think old. He's senile. Like.
He's been wild. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's been wild in the past couple of years.
don't know what day it is.
He had CTE before it was cool.
He was like, Pop, what day it is? March?
what niggas think was going to happen, them niggas playing with leather heads. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Niggas was tackling less unsafe. I mean, less safe and more dangerous than they are now.
Mush right now. It's fig pudding. Like,
why fig?
I don't know. Bro, how old are you? Green.
Be like, he doesn't have Alzheimer's. He has CT. He has CT.
Nah, did you see? Bringing it. Damn. Did you see how Nickelodeon is going to explain CTE to the kids, and it was SpongeBob and Patrick doing the "I'm Dirty" dance.
That's
niggas
crazy.
Are so evil. Oh man, hi kids. Do you like Primus? Oh Lord Jesus Christ! Wow.
But all right, I think what gets him over the hump, 2 Super Bowls,
Damn. Over LeBron, 2 Super Bowls.
2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVP. At least, how about this? 2 Super Bowls, at least 1 Super Bowl MVP, a regular season MVP.
Okay.
And they got to win the division title at least, like, let's say his career is 15 years, at least 7. Division title in the AFC Championship game, like 5 times. Like, he's got to make it that Cleveland is a football, like that's the football.
He would have to make people forget about LeBron, which is almost
impossible. Hard because of the community impact. But I think just sports wise, because it's a football town and how they go crazy over it, I think he could surpass him if he brings him to the promised land more than once.
I think it's kind of crazy, and I'm like circling off of what you were saying, Justin. Like now, this might be the very last year that we get to see all of like the legends, like the dudes that are going, like the quarterbacks that are going to be in the Hall of Fame, like many years from now, like in the playoffs, like Phillip Rivers. Together. Like Phillip Rivers after this season, he's probably done. Rivers. Ben after this season, he may still be in the league, but I don't think he starts again next year.
He should not be a starting quarterback next year.
Yep. Tom Brady. Who the fuck knows with Tom Brady? I really don't. Rodgers is still going to be around, but Drew Brees is probably likely done after this season too.
I honestly just really wish Rodgers would be able to get one more ring. I don't see him getting it, barring a crazy run this playoffs. But because the Chiefs do have some weak spots, but like I just wish he's just so fucking good, and I feel like he doesn't get the respect he deserves. Like people look at him, but because he doesn't have that more than one ring, like it's the Dirk shit. You know what I mean?
It's just weird because people clown Mike McCarthy for being the coach that he is, right? But then they also clown Rodgers, and it's like, yo, like
can't clown
you
Rodgers,
can't do that if you're gonna say that Mike McCarthy's not a good coach, then you cannot also clown Rodgers for not having the success that he had because of the coach that he had that you're clowning.
It was not Rodgers' fault they haven't won.
Rodgers is hooping every year.
He's never had a first round receiving threat.
Yeah.
Like, bro, every year he puts out monster numbers.
He turns someone into a household name almost every year. Like nobody knew who Robert Tonyan was until this year. Nobody.
He does really great things.
No, I didn't know who I could not tell you where Devontae Adams went to college. But I know Devontae Adams is a top 3.
He's a 99 in Madden, bro.
He's a top 3 wide receiver right now.
In Madden, no.
Well, I guess that's about it. Have a good slate of football to look forward to this weekend.
Weekend games are going to be phenomenal.
I need it.
Ravens Saturday night.
Ravens Saturday night?
Yep.
That's lit. J.K. Dobbins touchdown, lock. Kamara touchdown, lock.
Tyreek Hill touchdown, lock. Travis Kelce yards, lock.
Check Lamar's rushing yards.
Anything over 70 yards, lock. That's
anything else. Devontae Adams touchdown, lock. I would say
the one time I fucking put Devontae Adams in a parlay, he didn't score a touchdown. You know how tight I was.
I would say sleeper. Was it Vontaze Scandis Velding or whatever it is?
Scandis Velding. Oh yeah.
Touchdown.
He might be
touchdown.
Good. He might be good for a 70-yarder.
And yards, Marquise St. Brown. If they keep it low at like 25, take it.
I don't know
because he only gets targeted like 3 times a game, but it's always like a 30-yard out.
I don't know.
He had 100 yards last game.
Tre'Davious White.
That's the thing.
That's the only
the way the Bills corners, the Bills secondary is solid, but you can run against them.
My man Trey White was fucking All Pro again. That's tough. 2 years in a row
for a corner.
That's not easy for a cornerback. Bro.
Not at all.
Yeah, they build different. Like my boy 2-4.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Yes.
All right.
We got the reference.
All right. Good. And if gentlemen, any final thoughts on anything going on?
Helen Keller was not blind or deaf.
Insightful. Miles?
White people are crazy.
Matt?
No comment.
And remember, nematodes are people too, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Not you missing the whole part about us telling them to
oh yeah, also go follow us, Saratobi Sports, on all the social medias, and check out the YouTube. Some really good content there. Also, you can Find John at Offended Norwal on the Twitters. Don't really care about Miles. Matt has some really good pictures on his Instagram. We just followed each other this past week, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What?
Go follow Regrown.
Go also
check out the Regrown page on Facebook.
I didn't get
please.
to that part yet, but also follow the
like
Regrowns.
The end of Saturday Night Live when they try to fit everything in.
Thank you. Shout out to Matt. And everybody, thank you for watching. 9/11 was an inside job. I missed a bunch of people. 9/11 was an inside job. Thank you, Chevy. We miss you.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got